Now, I call this the first step to God, but really it's usually taken after many other steps. At least it was for me. Before I took this step, my mind was limited to what was perceived as logical from my socio background. I had been an intellectual all my life, a little nerd who thrived on education, one who'd shun anything that couldn't be proven while searching for truth. I became interested in psychology, getting a bachelor's degree, and then came upon an undeniable truth that opened my mind. I wanted to feel good, whole, and complete. I thought to how those who spoke of such things mentioned them. Spinoza, believing the whole universe is God, was a primary catalyst to this. I looked to Eastern spirituality, finding the same themes of connectedness and references to divinity. I wanted to understand why so many would come to this same idea. I've always been jealous of those who could believe so easily. To find comfort in the natural belief systems one is born into is a blessing to be sure, but I knew that my inherited belief system wouldn't do it for me. Yet I could not deny the existence and effect of this system, in which one is given solace and existence through access to a divine emotion, through belief. The first step was to recognize that. I came to the belief that personal fulfillment is to shift your mind to think the things that make you feel the best in each situation, and the God narrative is so efficient in this area. If something goes wrong, and there is no belief in a higher plan, then it merely goes wrong. If something goes wrong and there is belief in a higher plan, the mind often forms a narrative about how this bad experience may have some unique direct benefit. This has the power to turn a situation of anxiety into one of acceptance or even resolution with little actual effort. The reality of the situation can provide only so much comfort compared to the mind's preferred interpretation. With a practice, a set of behaviors and thoughts intended to instill a philosophy, one can essentially practice experiencing the preferred interpretation of each given situation, and so many practices involve the idea of God or great connectedness for this reason. Referencing something as given to reason as Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if the mind is freed from thoughts of need and struggle, it is free to flourish towards self-actualization. From a logical perspective, God can be viewed as an easy means to keep in mind the preferred interpretation, freeing thoughts from neurosis and allowing them to branch to new, preferred ideas and forms. God is a thrumming idea in the background, literally keeping at bay fearful thoughts that, at the end of the day, just get in the way of us thinking things we actually want to think. God is a symbol, a reminder of what we find to be the most comfortable interpretation of reality. And, as this reality is where I live, I prefer to keep it as comfy as possible. Believe in the best things you can find. Good night, dreamers.